Hey everybody, what's going on? It is James here, and I wanted to sit down today and shoot a video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a common misconception or myth, and that is technical analysis doesn't actually work. That technical analysis is a bunch of hocus pocus, and that it's actually impossible to predict where the market is going to move. I would say that it's impossible to predict where the market's going to move 100% of the time, but you can definitely get a very good edge on where the market is going. So as an example, I'm going to walk through a video that I shared with members back on May the 6th. Unfortunately, like a lot of things in life, people get busy and they don't always watch the update videos that I do. So this went out to 100 people or so and only 13 views in the video. Half those views were probably me watching it back to make sure that I didn't miss anything when I was editing the video. But I'm still going to use this video because I think it demonstrates just how powerful technical analysis is. So again, remember the date. May the 6th, 2022 is when this video is uploaded to YouTube. I was hypothesizing that we would get a move down on the Swiss franc versus the Japanese yen because remember, technical analysis works in all markets, stock market, forex, and crypto. I hypothesized that after that move, it would pull back near the old supply zone and that we would get a trade entry at 130.989, that we would be able to set a stop loss at 132.02, and that we would have a profit target of 127.78. Okay, so those are the numbers that I predicted would happen. I didn't know what would happen, but the idea was that it would come down, retest this low back here, bounce up the supply, and then move down from there. That was the prediction on May 6th, 2022. So again, you can write down these numbers and double check me here, but I've already copied them over. Entry 130.98. Again, you can say right there 130.98. Stop loss 132.02. See right there, stop loss 132.02. Profit target 127.783. 127.783. That is a little over 3-to-1 reward to risk. What actually happened on this trade? Well, it broke down just like I hypothesized it would, tagged this level just like I hypothesized it would, went back up just like I thought it would, and then it left behind this bearish candlestick, which is reason to get into a short position. Okay, it snuck up above this little range, left behind this big wick, ended up closing as an inverted hammer candle, and so a person could have taken a short on the close of this candle with a stop loss at the top of the candle, and let's say that they were going for at least 3-to-1, their profit target would have been right here at 128.54. How close is this to my prediction? Well, let's look. The entry was 131 even. The stop ended up being 131.816, which is even better than I predicted. And the target ended up being 128.548. Pretty crazy stuff. The entry was literally 2 pips from where I predicted it would be on this chart. And this happened, this candle was on May 11th, 2022. This video was on May 6th, 5 days earlier. I'm not a magician. I don't have a crystal ball. I am using the same technical analysis that everyone has the ability to learn. Okay? Let's say that a person had taken this original trade. Instead of taking my trade, let's say they took the original trade, my hypothesis trade. Well, their entry price would have been 130.98, so basically the same entry. Profit target 127.783, and stop loss would have been 132.02. So their trade would have looked like this. And would it have worked? Absolutely would have, right? Stop was great, profit target was great. They would have walked out with 3-to-1, meaning if that person risked $1,000 on this trade, they would have made a little over $3,000 profit, give or take a few dollars based on spreads. Okay? Pretty crazy stuff. And it's one of those things where For me, I am trying to get people to stop gambling with their finances. I am trying to get people to empower themselves with knowledge, because once you know technical analysis and once you understand how to read a candlestick chart and how to properly enter trades, and by the way, there's a proprietary trade setup that I teach that's not on this chart, but you would have definitely known to look for shorts in this candlestick. I'm trying to empower people so that they can basically have the keys to financial freedom. And my belief is the easiest way for somebody to become financially free is to learn to trade. You're not at the whims of a bull or bear market at that point. You can trade any market you choose. You know, for example, if you're a night owl, maybe you want to trade Forex. That's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, or 23 hours a day, I guess. Or maybe if you're a night owl, you want to trade crypto, which is trading 24/7. Maybe if you're a morning person and you want to be able to trade just 2 or 3 hours a day, you want to trade the stock market in the US, where a lot of volatility comes in at the market open, and within 2 or 3 hours, you can make a full, you can nail your income targets for the day. It doesn't matter, because once you understand technical analysis, you can trade any of them. I trade mostly stocks. A little bit of crypto, and even less Forex. It didn't stop me from being able to make a call that was basically on the level of, what would you say, Nostradamus? And it's not that this is rare. It's not like, oh, I've never done this before. It's not rare because it's not special. It's not like I have some secret magic voodoo. All I'm doing, and I've talked about this in past videos, all I'm doing is looking for areas of demand and supply. And then based on, 5 years and probably at this point between 15 and 20,000 hours of experience and over 11,000 trades, I have a pretty good idea of what the market will do when it hits those levels. And that's literally what I teach inside of my classes. Now, not everybody wants to drop $1,000 to get in one of my classes. I totally understand that. What I would suggest is, if you're not ready to take the leap, join my Patreon. It's just $17 a month. And this video was indeed shared with Patreon members way back on May the 6th. So, somebody that was paying $17 a month got access to this. If they took the information and used it to their benefit, they could have made enough to pay for Patreon for many, many years or even decades to come. Not saying that's what Patreon is. It's not a trade call system. I don't do trade calls, but I do teach trading, and I do occasional videos on technical analysis. I try to empower people so they can make some money, and then if they decide to kind of graduate from there, they can move up to my other paid courses to get even more advanced training. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if nothing else, I hope it really opened your eyes to just how powerful technical analysis really can be. This is James with Crypto Common Sense, reminding you I'm some guy. I'm sitting in a spare bedroom at nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Nothing in the video is financial advice. You should always go out and do your own due diligence and seek out professional financial advice from a licensed financial advisor before making any type of investment in cryptocurrency, the stock market, precious metals, Forex, or any other tradable asset. Please remember to trade safe. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check the description for a link where you can join Patreon for just $17 a month.